pressure. First comedy show, a headliner. I'm kidding. Just 1 second. All right, now I'm relaxed. Once I have that name there, halfway through, you look down and you're like, oh, that's why they're laughing. Got it. So I grew up on a fish farm, and part of my job every spring during breeding season was to milk the fish. You're not milking the fish, buddy. You're tickling the trout, stroking the salmon, giving the halibut a hand job. It's kind of gross, actually. Speaking of milk, it's complicated nowadays. It used just to be, cow's milk. You go to the grocery store, pick up some milk. Now you get there, it's like, what kind of milk do you want? Soy milk, almond milk, rice milk, coconut milk? It's not fucking milk, though. They're just telling you that because it doesn't really sell that well when you walk in and it's like, on sale this week, 1 liter almond cum. It's not actually true, you can't jack off an almond. In case anyone's wondering. Stick figure families. Those little stickers people put in the back of their car with their cute little family. Like, ooh, that's my... Fuck. Like, what is the point? In case you fall down the mall parking lot, get amnesia, and you're like, oh, that's my family. I'll go inside and find them. Like, I like to fuck with people I scratch dad off, and then the next day he's like, honey, am I still in the family? Or I like kind of fuck with them and I like take Junior's arm off and like stick it to the dog. And it's like, dog's got a big dick. I was looking at the family like, oh my god. One other thing I really hate is those baby on board stickers. Anyone here got those on their car? Get out. They're just meaningless. Like, when was the last time you've ever been listening to the traffic report in the morning and you hear like, yes, it's traffic 1 on Port Mann Bridge here. Just want to let you know that we just about had a rear ender, but thank goodness the vehicle had a baby on board sticker. It's all clear. We're all good. Never happened. They sell millions a year. Here in Vancouver, they're always telling us the big one is coming, the big earthquake. Ooh, get scared. It's stupid. Like, you can't predict an earthquake. Like, it's going to happen. You can't see it coming. But you should have a disaster kit in your house, right? Stay safe. Well, I say, fuck getting a disaster kit, buy a gun. That way when the big one comes, you take your block over to your neighbor and you say, give me your fucking disaster kit. Done. Take all their candles and bottled water. Great. Yaletown Costco. I hate Costco to begin with. No offense to my family, who is a platinum triple gold member. But the Yaletown Costco really confuses me because it's like a small warehouse store. I'm like, what the fuck? It's an oxymoron. And the other problem is your average condo in Vancouver is 600 square feet. And you go into Costco and the smallest thing of toilet paper you can buy is 300 square feet. Sitting there in the cart and you're like, yeah, this will fit. Kind of half full in my apartment. So then you get home and you're like, oh man, I gotta fit this in here. So you like take all the toilet paper and you like hide it all over your house. It's some kind of like weird fucking 50 Shades of Grey hide and seek butt wipe style. Self-driving car. They say Apple is working on a self-driving car. It's gonna be awesome. You just get in, talk to Siri, say, take me to work. Off you go. But I got some worries because my Apple phone has a few bugs. Like, I have this nightmare. I get in my Apple car and I go around the corner and it has that bug like when you turn your iPhone screen but the screen doesn't turn. And it's like... just can't get the damn thing to like flip back around the right direction and end up in the Fraser River. What about safety? Like, I love Siri. She's my like second girlfriend, on the road. I'm like, hi Siri, how are you? And she's like, oh, I'm well. How can I help you? But she doesn't really listen that well, and that really worries me. You'd be like, Siri, pedestrian! Siri comes on, did you say Pakistan? Like, it's not going to be good. Old people telling stories is one of my favorite... No, correction, I hate old people telling stories. The reason is because it's always about the day of the week. Like, Grandma calls you up and she's like, so on Tuesday, oh no, wait, it must have been Thursday because I had bingo. No, it might have been... It's like, fuck Grandma, just get to the story about the person I never knew, who I didn't know, and died on a day of the fucking week you can't remember. Flying, I'm gonna take a flight tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. That means I gotta get up at... I'm not gonna actually go to sleep, never mind, fuck that. Anyway, you get on the plane and the pilot comes on and he goes, yeah, this is Captain Smart. You can never find, like, they should give these guys public speaking lessons. It's like, anyway, he comes on, he says, oh, we got a couple of warning lights on up here. We need the text to come down, so just bear with us. We'll be a couple minutes before you get on the way. Because he always hangs up like he's throwing it on the floor. Everyone in the plane goes, oh, and they're all like pissed off. And like, I'm sitting there going like, what the fuck do you want the guy to do? Come on and be like, hey guys, it's Captain Risky Ram. We got a few air lights on up here, but you know what? Fuck, this thing lights up all the time. We're gonna get this phone going. Have a good flight. I'm sitting there the whole flight, like, what's that noise? Thump, thump. I worked as a baggage handler for a while. It was a fun job. We used to get the vibrating bags. You have to call in the bomb robot. Come down, bomb robot. I've disarmed the Oral B. You can all go back to work. I was worried. But every once in a while, the bomb robot would get lucky, and you'd just like see the bomb robot go down the bag, and all of a sudden it's like it's like struggling, and then you're like, oh my god, it's like a 20-inch fisting dildo. Poor bomb robot, hanging on for dear life. Then you're out in the airport, and they're paging Louis Vagina, paging passenger Louis Vagina to baggage for a quick pick-me-up. Greyhound bus lines, the dirty dog. Yeah, anyone taking the Greyhound? Poor sucker. They used to have a great slogan a couple years back. This nice poster, a guy like looking at the Grand Canyon. It said, Greyhound bus lines, expect the unexpected. I was like, wow, taking the Greyhound could be fun. And then I was listening to the radio, and I heard about this guy in rural Manitoba who was riding the bus when all of a sudden the passenger next to him got a little bit upset and decapitated him. Greyhound bus, expect the unexpected. I always wonder about the dollar store, guys that make stuff for the dollar store, the factories in China, you know, all that stuff. You walk into a dollar store and you're like, what do they think of us? Like, you're walking around, it's like plastic hamburgers and like weird shit. They're like, those North Americans are strange. And I always think they're like having dinner and it's like, hey Wayne, you still working at plastic hamburger factory? No, I got a new job. Oh, where are you working now? It's weird dildo factory. I make this big brown dildo and a white man stick like ears and nose and shit on it. Wayne, you fucking idiot. That is Mr. Potato Head. Thank you very much.